Yeah, so today I thought we'd go back and do a bit of FS Economy for Squirrel. So what I've done is I've booked out the, if we go to the aircraft for a second, I've booked out the TBM, which is currently in a random airfield called T-74, whereas its hometown is Phoenix. So it's in the wrong place at the moment. Because Phoenix is obviously, if you zoom out, Phoenix is like there. And I think T-74 is about here. So I need to kind of fly it northwesterly to take it towards its home. But, you know, the problem is now is getting out of T-74 because there's not a lot going on at T-74, surprise, surprise. I mean, I could take one job and fly it north, but then we end up at a really bad airfield, so we then have no more jobs from there either. So that would be a mistake. Mr. Big Time Farmer, thank you for 57 months. Good day from Australia. Looking forward to another great stream. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, sir. And Callis Smith has very, very kindly donated 5 subs to you guys. Thank you very much, Callis. And if you just got one, give him a thank you. Love the streams. Thank you. And thank you for 3 months. Right, so we're in T-74. Taylor Munn. Now, I've started to look for some jobs around T-74, so I've had a look at airfields within 50 nautical miles of T-74, just to give us an idea about what's around here. In particular, I was looking down here at the kind of bigger airfields, the Ks, just to see what's about. And I can't remember. There's 2 things. I don't know if you guys can remember or not. 2 things. One, how many passengers does the TBM carry? Because I've been flying the King Air so long, I can't remember how many this... Is it 5 or 7 in FSE? Is it 7 in FSE? Right. Okay, so that answers another question then. How many passengers I take? So if we can take 7, that's fine. Because I noticed there's a couple of jobs. One is from an airfield... Georgetown Mun, which is GTU. GTU is 14 nautical away to the northwest. That's fine. So what we could do is we could fly over and pick up these guys. Sorry, these guys here. These 1, 2, 3. They want to go to KSJT, which is westerly. So we could add those to the flight. So that's 3 passengers that want to go to JT. And then on this tab here from AUS, which is 26 miles. So we'll have to do a couple of trips to pick everyone up. But then we can take some more to KSJT, I think. There you go. So we picked up 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we grab 4 more, they want to go to JT as well. So that should give us... Oh, God. Why have I got these? Oh, yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we should be able to pick up and take all 7, is my plan. You just finished washing the dog. Oh, God. Doyle and Pippa need washing. Doyle and Pippa. I need to show you a picture. Hang on. I was going to post a pic on Instagram, but I can show you quickly this pic. It's really cute. What's the best way of showing you? We go to that camera. There you go. Look at it. Oh, hang on. There you go. There's. I was going to chuck that on Instagram. That's Pepper with glasses. Oh, it just makes me chuckle, that picture. Actually, I'm going to put it on Instagram. It's too funny. I need to do that. Let's see. There we go. Posted. I'll put it up on Instagram. Oh It's just one of those pictures, no matter what kind of mood we're in, if you look at that, it'll just make you smile. We need that as a new emote. That would be a cracking emote, actually. Hey, Workaday. Anyone doing a Halloween event in honor? I'm not even aware of it, if I'm honest. I didn't even know they had an event. So anyway, we've got a bunch of passengers. So what we need to do now is go and pick them up. So one of the airfields is from... Wait, location KAUS from KAUS. What's all that about? We need to fly to these two. We're currently at T74. Let's have a quick... Let's move that over there a second. And the other question I had is the Squirrel livery okay in FSE? Is it on air where it has a problem? You can't find what, Damien? So it's KAUS is there, and KGTU is there. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which way we go about this, but we need to go and pick these two up. We need to go land at both of these airfields. I'm okay, Yod, thank you. It's fine in on air, you haven't tried FSE. Ah. You see, I've got a feeling that it's not going to work in FSE. Because if you look at that there, I'm pretty certain that it's connected to the sim, and it's basically saying it doesn't know what that is. I think. I'm not sure. Do you fly in real life, Captive? Exclamation mark new video will take you to my flying video. And the answer is yes. So I've got a feeling that's not going to work. If it works in an air, it probably doesn't work in FSE, which would be a real annoyance because it means I have to get rid of the livery. Livery works in an air, but not in FSE, says Sommy. How do we fix that? There must be a way of fixing that. In FSE, you can alias stuff. Oh, hang on. FS Economy. There we go. What's this? Oh, that's the X-Plane client. It's not that. All aircraft in the airport list specifies all simulated and default downloadable payware and map to generic model. You see how you can map things? This is all you need to do. We need to map a TBM. We need to map a TBM 930 Air Squirrel to the TBM that it knows about in Microsoft Flight Sim. That's what we need to do. You can request the aircraft on the action menu. It takes up to 48 hours, though. Oh, God. We'll do that anyway. Request aircraft. Either way, in order for you to use a downloaded C123 with FSC, your version must match one of the approved versions from the list. How to map aircraft models. The below demonstrates how to compare and map your simulator's aircraft version to the approved version with an FSE. In Microsoft Flight Sim, each aircraft has an aircraft config file that specifies the parameters. One of these parameters is the title. Each paint job or livery has its own title in the config line. The FSE compares the title against a list of approved ones. If the title matches, you can fly. If it doesn't, you get an error message stating X is not compatible with Y. Well, it hasn't actually said that yet. What do you mean flying fat, man? I literally just read that, dude. So you need to find... Hang on. We need to find the... we go to... in here, the Asobo sim objects, airplanes, aircraft config. Title. So what? How do we alias it then? Or do we just rename it in this? Up a bit, first paragraph, line 10. What, this one? What, we actually just literally renamed that? What does it call? Hang on, what does it call it in... It calls it that. It calls it the Cicada TBM 930. There is a way of aliasing this, isn't there? Model... You can either edit the aircraft config and set the title, match one of the approved versions, or you can submit your version. Right, so you have to do one or the other. So we have submitted it. So I guess if we just rename it. So if I change the name here, it should pick it up. Is that what we're saying? Well, I'd have to restart the sim, wouldn't I? I'd literally have to do that. Do you reckon that would work? Give it a try. Bounce the sim, see if it works. Did you get it working that way, Floating Fat Man? Well, I've saved it. That might interfere with the built-in TBM. Okay, so what's the solution then? What do you think the solution is? Or just don't fly with the livery, I guess, which is a bit annoying. FSC has several approved names per aircraft. How do we find them? How do we find the list? Hello, if you're just joining. So we're just trying to figure out how we can fly the TBM using the Air Squirrel livery in FSE without it rejecting it. I don't know how we find out the list of aliases. If you pick the title from the config file of one of the liveries, that works. Change the variation name. Well, that's what I just did. All right, let's try it. I'm going to save that. I'm going to bounce the sim and see what it thinks of it. It's unlikely, Matt Rog, that somebody will have added it in the database so quickly, but it's a nice thought. There should be a request aliases button on the aircraft model page. Or in here. Oh, thank you, Sposs, for continuing your sub that you got from Hero. Xbox Game Studios. Not even available on the Xbox. see what this thinks when it connects. Good morning, PC Tech. Friends with 47 months. Paul, did you manage to get many flights in the past few months with everything going on? I managed to get enough hours in with everything going on to revalidate my SCP rating for another 2 years. So yes. In fact, I dropped all my license application off on Friday for the instructor to approve and sign off. I'm just waiting to hear back now. So he's got to send some form off to the CAA and then write on the back that my license is extended till 2022. It's just something you have to do every 2 years. Paul, do you have a truck IR profile for flight? The link in the FAQ is the one for trucking. I'm pretty certain there's a track IR command you can run that'll link you to that. World map. Mr. London Controller, how are you, sir? Thank you for 3 months. Best of luck with Microsoft Flight Sim today. I hope it doesn't cause you too many problems. What, have you been having issues? Right, let's see. ATC, livery. Set the livery. Hang on, what does it say about... See, at the moment it's sewn to Carter TBM 930 and it's fine. If we change it to the Squirrel livery... It's now okay, I think. Lifetime live weather. Let's try that. Somebody was looking a little green for a video in a while. Yeah, he just had one of those spells. Like, it was a very bumpy day. And if you're not ready for it, if you're not used to it, it can really catch you out. You know, I've had it. It's not fun. It's not like, if you're in a car, you just pull over and get out for a minute. If you're in a plane, you're like, ah. And that just makes it worse. Hey, Dawson. There's additional liveries. That's from our livery pack, the Squirrel livery pack. Family-friendly bot. I'm not sure we like bots in our channel. Oh, dang it, I forgot to... Okay, look, it's happy now. That's hilarious. All we had to do was rename the alias and it's fine. Yeah, I didn't want to spawn here, though. I want to spawn cold and dark. Yeah. I wish there was an easy way to tell it to move. Slewing is a real pain. Can you chuck up out of the window? Okay, so let's imagine this. So you're flying along, you're doing about 100 miles an hour, right? There's 100 miles an hour of wind going past your window. So you've got a couple of problems. The first problem is, if you open the window at 100 miles an hour into the airstream, that window is probably going to get damaged. The next problem is, if you try to vomit into passing air at 100 miles an hour, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think it's all like going to go out through the gap and then just neatly fall away and not land on anybody? But it's not going to blow back, is it? It's definitely not going to go in the back seat. It's definitely not just going to shotgun all over the plane. That's not going to happen, obviously. Would it be better to just use a sick bag? You know? Well, you know, obviously it's not a pressurized cabin, but that's not really the problem. Great couple of videos, Ivan. Thank you, mate. Right, preset, done. Done. By the time you land that plane, you're going to have a very large cleanup job. A bit like that scene in Pulp Fiction where they're cleaning the car out. Trust me, in my experience of doing it in the back of out of my mate's car, it ends up all on the back seat. The thing is, you will never get the smell of that out of the car. Like, it doesn't matter how much cleaning you do, you will never get that smell out. That's just full on nasty. There we go. All right. And now FS Economy is happy. So if you want to fly the Squirrel livery, that's all you got to do is just edit that config file. And hopefully they'll approve the request I put in at some point. Right, game on. So we're going to fly. We're going to fly initially. Let's see what it thinks about that. Oh, a T-74. $160. All right, we need to take off in a southerly direction. So we're just going to nip over. We're going to fly out of 17 and nip over to KAUS, which is a very short distance away. Well, so we'll probably just hand fly it maybe and just land on 17. Get into AUS, pick up those passengers, and then depart again, turn around, go to KGTU, depart out of there, and then we're en route to the destination of, is it JT or something? Yeah, KSJT is the ultimate destination. Give me them trucks, thank you for 19 months. Remember flying only for the second time we flew through a massive storm and has made me paranoid about turbulence ever since. That's a shame. You're starting used to get car sick a lot. You can get rid of smell, but it takes forever to scrub and scrub and scrub. Well, I don't know. If you're sick, if you try to be sick out of a moving car window, it's going to go everywhere, isn't it? It's not just going to be like on the seat. It's going to be everywhere. All right, let's move that out of the way. Either way, it's not something I'd want to happen, personally. Right, let me remember how to do this now. Let's see. I need to fly for Air Squirrel. Is what I do need to do. My flight. Select all. Why doesn't select all work? No, select all. Wait, I've forgotten how to do this now. Why are they not in the loading area for me? You just send the photo of Pippa on Twitter. I think she has my glasses on. Your daughter got car sick in a hire car and decided not to tell you. Oh, man. I remember when the kids were young and we drove down to Cornwall. I think it was Cornwall. It was a long trip. So much traffic. Oh, yeah, I've not got the aircraft yet. It was a long trip. You know, ridiculous amounts of traffic. It was a horrible journey. And my daughter, one of my daughters gets travel sick anyway, and she was feeling pretty rough. And at this point, we were about 6 hours into the journey or something, and she sat in the back of the car. I feel sick, Dad. I'm like, just hold on. Like, we'll be there in like 20 minutes. Just hold on. Feel sick. And then she goes quiet, and I'm not joking you. We turned a corner, and the actual caravan park we was going to was half a mile down the road. It was literally, you could see the gate. Oh boy. Literally like 2 minutes later, we'd have been out of that car and just woof all over the back of the car. It was like, timing. Let's see, Takata, TBM's that one I'm flying, isn't it? Wait, that's been... I've got so used to on air, I've actually forgot how to do this. I've got the passengers. Where's my aircraft? It's been leased to me. I want to fly it. Rent dry. There we go. and dry. This aircraft will be flown for Squirrel TV. Fantastic. You cannot fly in a group unless you have a assignment board. Right, that looks good. They do sell fuel. Max 7 passengers maximum. I was warned about what, Foster? The only thing worse than sick is spilling milk. Yeah, milk's a real... Milk is... Yeah, it kind of turns to cheese over time. It's horrible. Does it have to be VR support yet? I don't think so. So we've got 143 gallons, which is an awful lot of fuel. I think we should be okay. Well, we're certainly okay for the 2 hops that we need to do. I think we're good, aren't we? We've got the plane, we've got this stuff. We can basically go flying at this point, I think. Although people don't tend to start. I'm trying to remember the difference between this and on air. With this, you tend to get the plane running and then start the flight, don't you? Whereas with on air, you have to do it before you start the plane. I think I'm done, though. There's nothing else I need to do. You can apply for the closed beta VR. Yeah, it's not for me. All right, let's get the plane up and running. So if I remember how to do this. Again, I'm so used to the King guy. Yeah, doing all right here, Custard, thank you. Need to make a cheat sheet. Yep. Right, let's get the barrel pressure done. Can't see whether...
TOS system test. Okay.
Where's the overhead light gone? Oh, boy. See, in real life, your eyes would adjust at this point and you'd start to see things, but you can't in this. Random question, do you have a technique to not get the screen reflection on your glasses? I'm struggling with my camera setup. Not get the screen reflection. Actually, I don't... It's not the... Oh, L. Thank you. It's not the screen reflection that's the big problem, I don't think. Maybe it's because I've got a curved monitor. It's the lights are the problem. If I look up, you tend to get the light reflection. Let's get rid of that. So I'm just refreshing my memory on the TBM. PFD settings. On GPS. Okay, that's all moving. Left tank. If you have that anti-reflector cuts on your glasses, it reflects at the front. It reflects at the front as green color. Ah, interesting. I never knew that, Matt. Interesting. Right, taxi lights, pull strobes, navs. Fuel selector. That just says on auto yet, does it? Said when Edge can run a Twitch stream better than Firefox. Says more about Firefox than Edge, to be honest. Let's see. Boost pumps auto. Missions in auto. Starter. It's on main. It's on battery. Should that be on GPU at this point? Can't remember. Automatic fuel selector. Pizza, no left heat. Good. Okay, we're getting there. Let's get the fans on. Cabin lights are just below the cabin heat on your left. That one. Doesn't really do much. I thought there was like a switch here. There. That's it. That's what I was looking for. Is that there? It's just that it's really, really hard to see that button in the dark. What plane are you taking later? I might, I don't know, actually. We could probably do it in a 172 this time, I think. It's not that... The route isn't that far this time. Bleed is off. That's that one. Okay, everything apart from inertial separator, which is correct. Nav source, FMS, PFD. Flight plan today at origin. T74. So what we'll do is we'll add KAUS as an en route waypoint. Just make a quick stop. Okay, it's taking that as destination. Fine. In that case, KGTU. There, we got that first. So we're going to land at KUS, stop and start, pick up the new people, fly north, and then we'll do a new flight to the destination. TBM cockpit is really nice. Yeah. It's just that when you fly like this in the Kinga, the different Garmin systems, like, it's the same stuff, but it's in different places. Like, this doesn't have a touchscreen, whereas the Kinga does. It's the little things that keep catching you out. Light worker Matt, thank you for 25 months. So, Custard had no power in my room. It's been hell but back in the nut house. Wow. No power in your room. I'm glad you're okay, sir. So anyway, let's get back here. That's going to do the approach. Yeah, we'll just VFR it over there and land. It's going to be the quickest way of getting out of here, I think. You should do the G3000 mod. It's awesome. What, for the TBM, or does it alter all the G3000s? I don't think we'll be flying long enough to do this, but we'll put it on anyway. At least the yaw damper works on this thing. G3000 mod's really nice. Yeah, I haven't tried it. So what does it actually do? Right, let's start flight. Okay, clock is ticking. Fuel quantity looks about right. Tax lights come on. We don't need you, Jeff. I haven't actually spent much time with the radio panels this week, so I don't know if they're working yet. Alright, I need to go down here to get down to 1.7. Why does the TBM still feel like it taxis on treacle? It's so weird. Yeah, the SciTech multiplier winging its way to you at the moment, so we'll be able to check if the Logitech drivers really do work or not. That looks like a crosswind now. Wait, that wind is not doing what it's meant to be doing. It's literally turned around. That's insane. Like, the wind is supposed to be 160 according to 4Flight. That's going the other way. There are 3 different short keys to engage the autopilot. 2 of them don't engage the yaw damper, 1 does. This plane feels like it doesn't want to move. Should have a nice sunrise shortly. Nah, the parking brake. If I put the parking brake on, you'll know about it. Speed brake. I don't think the speed brake does anything on this. Yeah, I've got too many nuts, that's what it is. Right. Let's get all the lights done.
Approaching runway 17. Entered runway 17. 1,189 meters remaining.
Ooh, it goes downhill. Gears coming up. It's all those 3080 squirrels taken out of the country. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the TBM is quick, that's for sure. I wonder if those those approach lights are actually the runway that we're going to. Wouldn't surprise me. Citation that overspeeds on about 30% throttle. I think if I remember, the Kinga taxi's fine, but this one doesn't. This one's just stuck. It's like there's too much friction on the wheels or something. It's a bit bumpy. There's another working title for a mod for the CJ4, improves it massively. I do find it a bit interesting that the community has to fix the planes. It's a bit weird. It's good that they can, though. It's good that it's not like a finished product, it's a moddable product. And that's good. Yeah, it does get the RPM stuck on the ground, I've noticed that. Also, when you kind of throttle through, it seems the RPM seems to come up and then back down, then back up again. It's really weird. Back in FSE, is it the best one out there? Nope. None of them are the best. They're just kind of different takes on the same thing, I guess. You're not using the improved Garmin mod. Dude, I have no idea about the improved Garmin mod. Is that the improved G3000? You know, I'm always concerned about using mods too much, you know? Like, let's say your sim platform becomes unstable and keeps crashing. What are you going to think? Are you going to blame Microsoft? Or Sobo? Are you going to blame the mod? Where do you start? The G1000 and the 3000 are both available. I got 14 nautical to run. I'm going to fly over and try and get on that track for 1.7 lift. You removed all the mods yesterday and added the ones back that you rely on. Sim was taking ages to load. Yeah, the liveries definitely make a difference. Trucker Pat, thank you for 5 months. Thank you. Oh man, that lightning bug needs sorting out. How many years do you think before we get the tech to play 4K 120 FPS? I don't know. I really don't know. The problem is that as hardware gets quicker, then software just basically demands more of it. So things never truly get that quick. I mean, you could probably get 4K 120 FPS now if you dialed all your graphics settings right down. You're just getting 30 gig RAM usage. Oof. Have you got a track number or ETA on the throttle quadrant? Really curious to see it in action. I have my throttle quadrant. There is going to be an unboxing video going up. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. Where I unbox it and show you the stuffs. You don't know why, but you love unboxing videos. Well, I literally unboxed it without opening it. Like, some people open stuff, rebox it, and then go, hey, let's do an unboxing video. I didn't do that. I genuinely didn't touch it until I did the unboxing video. The embargo on reviews is the 1st of November. You're going to start doing reboxing videos. Nothing ever fits back in properly. You might be onto something though, you know. Start making videos like how to get your throttle quadrant back in the box. Actually, some stuff is really, really hard to get back in a box. The tolerances are so tight. Can I see the full screen of what you're looking at? I'm not looking at a whole screen, if you see what I mean. I'm not mapping the whole screen. I'm only mapping what you can see. Like, when I flick the screen back, you will, if you look at the edge of that there, yeah, if you see what you can see out of that window there, when I flick back, that's exactly what you can see. The sound of distant thunder. Play the unboxing video in reverse. It's not the same though, is it? There's a lot of stuff goes beep when you're on final. Can we turn off this way? No, turn off down here. Don't land on the nose wheel. You know what? I'm gonna send the guy who runs our group. I'm gonna send him a link to my video at the time point where I land, and then the wheel starts going, just to show him that that was happening before when I recorded that, which was a few weeks ago, and nobody reported it. Hang on. If I just go to parking brake, sending results to server, so FS Economy now thinks I'm here. Thank you, Cool Tiger. The bonnet was having a great time rattling. Yeah, that left panel looked like it wasn't, you know, it had a bit of a gap, didn't it? It's a bit weird. Hang on, if I start here, I put the parking brake on that, then go back to 1 hour for a second. Now we can pick up some people from where we are, which is AUS. And we'll head north to GTU and get the others. So if I start that, it loads those people on board. We're at AUS at the moment. Is where we are. And we're going to go north to GTU, pick up the rest of the passengers, and then head out. That's what we're doing. Do you have the voice changer for an air host on the plane like you do for the station? I'd have to reach over and press it. That's the problem. It's not as easy to press the buttons from the rig. Oh yeah, the livery on the TBM looks fantastic. Right, if we set the heading bug to northbound. Get the lights set. Oh my god, that wind is like completely different to how it says it is
Runway 17
in
left.
4-flight. I could have taken off this way, which is the direction we're heading anyway.
Left. 2,652 meters remaining.
You're looking at C16,000. I might have a review of that at some point. It's CBM, Tony. Just trying to spin that. Not invoke the zoom. It's frustrating. Get a good view of the airfield. Look at that. It's massive. Right, that should fly us in a straight line. Oh god. Trying to get hold of the controller. Yeah, there you go. It's a lovely livery. Do you know how often they update the live weather? I don't know, Tony. But it seems a bit odd that 4Flight is saying it should be a southerly wind and we just saw a northerly wind. What do you mean, Blitzkrieg? I mean, clearly something in the weather's broken, because it keeps doing thunder and lightning. Okay.
ATIS is 118.6.
How much does all this sim gear cost? No idea, bro. We should, in theory, be able to fly straight in on 3.6. Is 172 going to be okay? Yeah. I don't think it's very far, the flight, so I think a 172 should be fine. It's something like, I can't remember, is it 360 miles? It's 70 miles. Yeah, so 172 should be fine. You've got a 64k leg, 64 nautical leg there. So that'll take us about, what, 40 minutes, I guess. And then you've got a few short ones. Another long one there. Yeah, a 172 will be fine. Our flight at a 172. How do you keep the notes for the islands that you have visited? Do you just draw a simplified map? There's my map, Tommy. Like, that's a, okay, the lights are a bit bright, but that's as complicated as it gets, Tommy, look. How complex do you need it to be? Paul, really enjoyed your recent IRL flying video. Toothy, thank you. Drawn to scale. Oh, yeah. It has a symbol as to whether I've built a shelter there or not. And sometimes I'll write next to it, like if it's got tall trees or something, in case I want them later. Other than that, I keep it pretty simple. We don't need landing gear where we're going. Enjoyed the stream yesterday. It was a good change of pace. Yeah, I like doing stuff like that. Should be in the Royal Navy. It's a keep slightly left. You see the airfit. You can see the runway orientation there. Now you've done can you do a proper review? What you recommend to use the Microsoft Flight Sim? I mean, I guess I could do a comparison. The problem is I've not really, beyond the basics, I've not dealt with all the FBO stuff in either On Air or FSE, so I don't really feel like it would be a fair comparison. So there's a lot of speed. This bird is slippy. Yeah, we're coming in way too hot. This is never going to work. Unless we want to go for a flapless landing. Let's try and scrub some speed.
100.
Look how slippy this thing is.
Mile final runway 36.
This could be an instant approach. How long was this runway? We're doing 140 knots. Oh boy. This thing does not want to stop. Yeah, no. Nope. It's not long enough, that's for sure. Wow, this thing just... It's so slippy in there, it just does not want to come down. I mean, you look out, the wings are really, they're not that deep, the wings, you know what I mean? I don't know where all the lift comes from. Let's have another go. I bet you missed the King Air brakes, dude. The King Air and this thing fly so differently. Right, we've got first stage of flaps in. Love your North Wheel to Live video. What's some real quick question? What software do you use to connect to flight MSFS bridge on Sim Market? A few people have asked me that. Wow, that A pillar's really in the way. This looks a bit more landable. That's better. Much better. It's amazing the difference when you come in at the right speed, eh? Let's get off the runway. Thank you, dear. Not sure what you brought me, but okay. Right, we'll park up over here. We'll stick it there for now. Right, that's been sent to on our FS Economy. So now we should be Cool. The cheapest Kingo in FSE is $1 million and is located in KSJT. Wait, that's where we're going? We're going to KSJT? I think we've only just got enough money in Squirrel, though. If I remember. Yeah, we've only just got $1 million. That would basically empty the bank if we did that. Then we've got a few planes on the go already. I don't know if we need a Kingo. I don't think the utilization on the current fleet is large enough. The A320 mod, Astro, they're actively developing that mod. We've got lots of fuel. Stone Dogs, thank you for 16 months. Nano, thank you for 5. Gear Down Locked, thank you very much for subbing. Good name. Right, let's punch the route into here. So we're going to go KGTU. We can type it properly. To KSJT. $151 nautical. It's got some routes available. Okay, the top two were flown in a turboprop. See what that looks like. Or that one. Both the same. IFR. Aero Z1, SJT. Oh, that was a departure. Aero Z1. That was a departure. Flight SJT. Which is already in there. Which takes you to Amuse. Hey, Muffins. The fly-by-wire mod is awesome. Yeah, I need to catch up on that. Done quite a lot of work on it. Yeah, that's fair enough, Pug. Neofly's pretty fun, though. We could do an RNAV into runway 21 is the recommended best wind, which would look like that. Initial fix from Avil would be fine, although that's random. Why does it take us to SJT and back? Oh, that's why. That thing's got... The outbound procedure had SJT in it. We'll put no transition. That would work. I don't know whether we can get this into Microsoft Flight Sim, but we'll try. While you were landing, I took my first sip of Happy Banana. I'm shocked about how much banana flavor there is. $175 dry is a lot for the 172. What are you on about? The Squirrel fleet? We rent ours at 125. 175 is indeed a lot of money for a 172. Right, I'm going to see if we can convince this thing. Flight plan origin. So if we punch that in and then try departure procedure, it's going to force us to do the SJT transition. That's no good. Will it allow us to delete that? I really want to get rid of SJT out of here. SJT, remove. Okay. Procedure, approach. Nav 2-1 via SJT, I think it was. No, it was a veal. Load. That looks like it's worked, I think. Have you tried the Unreal Weather mod? No. Feels like there's an absolute ton of mods out there right now.